Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to multiply a fraction by a whole number using the area model strategy. So let's look at my sample word problem here. It says a factory puts 3/5 of a gallon of vinegar into each batch of salad dressing. How many gallons of that vinegar will be used in 4 batches? So they're asking us to make 4 batches and 3/5 is going to be in each one. So that is going to be a signal that we are going to make 4 groups of 3/5. So our problem is 3/5 times 4. However, remember that multiplication is also another version of repeated addition. So if I were to solve this problem, I'm essentially trying to figure out what's 3/5 plus 3/5 plus 3/5 plus another group of 3/5, 4 times. So we're going to draw a model that pretty much represents this equation. We're going to draw 4 squares or 4 rectangles. And think about how many pieces are we going to break each rectangle into? Well, use your denominator of the fraction. So because we want to represent 3/5 in each rectangle, we want to make sure that we break each box into 5 pieces. So to make sure we draw 5 pieces, we're going to need to draw 4 lines. See? 4 lines makes 5 pieces. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, next we want to show 3/5 in each rectangle, remember? So ask yourself, how many are you going to shade in each rectangle to show 3/5? You're going to shade in 3 out of the 5. So your numerator tells you how many to shade in. So I'm going to shade in 3 in each rectangle. Now, in the end, your job is just to count up how many you had all together. So I'm going to go ahead and count them up. Remember though, before I finish counting them up, that each one of these pieces represents 1/5, right? Because if it takes 5 pieces to make a whole, just one of those pieces is equivalent to 1/5. So keep that in mind when we have our final answer. So 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. Remember, I'm only counting up the ones that shaded. 4/5, 5/5, 6/5, 7/5, 8/5, 9/5, 10/5, 11/5, 12/5. So our answer is 12/5. However, this is something we call a improper fraction. So although our answer is right, we never leave it in improper fraction form. We are always going to turn it into a mixed number. So how do we do that? We do that by dividing. We're going to figure out how many times can 5 go into 12, because we're basically trying to figure out how many groups of 5 fit into 12, meaning what's our whole number. So your denominator goes on the outside as your divisor, and your numerator is your dividend. So it goes on the inside of your um, little house. So now we're going to figure out how many times does 5 go into 12. So if you know it off the top of your head, you might be able to easily figure it out. If not, list your multiples. 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20. Now, which one of my multiples can get me super close to getting to 12, but not over it? I see that 10 will be my closest multiple. I can't use 15 because that's over 12. So that is my 1, 2, my second multiple. So 2 is what I'm going to put up here at the top. Now, after you divide, you multiply. So you're going to multiply the divisor by the number that you just put on top. So 5 times 2 is 10. And after you divide, you subtract. So 12 minus 10 is 2. So you're going to use these numbers to help you write your mixed number. Your number that you put on top is your 2. because 5 went into 12 evenly 2 times. However, the remainder that you got becomes your numerator. That's how many you have left over. And then your denominator just stays the same. You're still working with fifths. So in the end, 3 fifths times 4 is equivalent to 2 and 2 fifths.